Shalom, friends. Shalom. Rabbi Elliot Schoenberg here, Rabbi of Neve Shalom in Metuchen, New Jersey. Today is Friday, December 23rd. It's the fifth day of Chanukah. Tonight is Shabbat Miketz, and we will be lighting the sixth candle of Chanukah. I'm sure that you've enjoyed your donuts and your latkes. So let's talk a little bit about the meaning of Chanukah. We certainly celebrate the miracle of the lighting of the one cruse of oil that burned not for one day, but 8, and the military victory of the few over the many. But there's another message of Chanukah, especially in the United States. It's the message of freedom of religion. Let me tell you a story about the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Have you ever wondered when you cross the George Washington Bridge or drive through the Lincoln Tunnel, you see the Chanukah menorah, or you've been to Newark Airport? How did that happen, or that public display of the Chanukah menorah? There was a rabbi who wanted to make it happen, and he went to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which is in charge of the bridges and tunnels, and asked for permission. And they said the only person who can make that call is the executive director, and he's not available for 8 months. So he said, okay. He waited to 8 months, and it came time to see the executive director. And as assistant of the director said to the rabbi, Rabbi, you have only 5 minutes. He's a very busy man. Rabbi went to see the executive director. He came into his office and he said to the executive, Shalom. Executive director said, I'm a busy man. You got 5 minutes. The rabbi said, I only need 3. My grandparents were living in Russia under the Tsar. And my grandparents, they weren't allowed to celebrate Chanukah. They weren't allowed to light the menorah. They did it in secret. My parents, my mother and father, they grew up in Soviet Russia, in the Soviet Union, under communism. Religion was not allowed. Judaism was not allowed. They were not allowed to light the Chanukah. They did it in secret. My dear executive director, I grew up in this country. I grew up in the United States of America. It's different. I'm able to light my Chanukah menorah. I'm able to say I'm Jewish. And everyone is allowed to practice their religion in this country because it's the United States of America. And the executive director turned to the rabbi and said, please put your menorahs in all of our facilities. Let's celebrate being American. Let's celebrate freedom of religion in this country. My dear friends, enjoy the holiday of Chanukah. Remember the victory of the few over the many. Remember the miracle of the lighting of the little cruse of oil. But most of all, celebrate freedom of religion.